For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 11 of the third season here at Newcastle United. We start with a game away from home against Burnley, a replica of the game that we played in the Premier League in this afternoon's video, but hopefully we can get a win to get ourselves through to the next round of the Capital One Cup, and we follow that up with a game at home against West Ham United, which hopefully we'll also be able to win. Looking for cup progression and 3 points in the league today. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel too for the rest of this season, and of course FIFA 17 stuff, which is just around the corner now. But without any further ado, let's jump into the cup game away from home against Burnley. Dendonka to Kovalenko. Tevez will hopefully make me a run, but it's just kind of loitering there, not really doing anything with any real intent. Insu will get this to Delafeu there. That's a good turn. Tevez, roll the defender. Carlos Tevez, surely 1-0. Good save by Kieran Westwood. Tevez did everything but the finish, as I wanted him to, but unfortunately, did he hit me in the face? May have hit me in the face there, actually, Kieran Westwood. It's a good save, though. Made a couple of good saves in the league game earlier on this afternoon as well. Like I say, if you missed that video, check the channel page for it. But he did particularly well in that game. I'm hoping he doesn't replicate that sort of form in this one. Fabinho to Douglas Costa. Try a little bit of skill to get away from the defender, and Tevez will run onto this. Cut back inside. He's done very well here, Tevez. I need someone to pull it back to. There's no one to pull it back to. There's Gerard Delafeu. 1-0 Newcastle. Nicely done. I just needed to find the right pass. I didn't feel confident there with the amount of defenders between Tevez and the goal, but I could have gotten a shot away and scored with it. Just needed to pull it back to someone, anyone. Delafeu opened the space up, and he's put that right in the top corner with his left foot. We are 1-0 in front. Sal just straight runs into the ball there. Tevez is onside here. Carlos Tevez through, one-on-one, and surely... No, Carlos! Oh, surely! Oh, Keane gets it away. Oh, I'm disappointed I didn't finish that one-on-one. Kieran Westwood did very well. Perhaps I should have tried to place it rather than just trying to power it past the keeper, but still, very good save. Dendonka will go for the worldie. Oof, that wasn't that far away. Carlos Tevez almost did a forward... There was actually a highlight recently. Someone did score a goal like that in real life. When the keeper came out, tried to catch the ball on his knees. The forward did a front flip over him and then put the ball in the back of the net. And it nearly worked in the same way here, although Tevez didn't get up, but the ball nearly ended up in the back of the net anyway, thanks to the deflection off the defender. But unfortunately for me, he was able to get there and recover, sadly. Oh, Saul still set off Ward. I'm going to give it back to Saul and then back to Carlos Tevez. Right, this time, Chez. Actually finish the chance, will you? Actually, I'm going to do well to even create the chance. Tevez goes down and it's a penalty. I think that's particularly harsh. I'll want to see a replay, but... Is it Keane that saved... No, it's Torovsky. No, he's definitely swiped at Tevez's feet there. I thought he'd got on the ball, but clearly not. Never mind. Penalty to Newcastle, and Carlos Tevez will look to score the second goal of the game. And does so. 2-0 up, and surely now confirmed, even though there's still 40 in-game minutes to go, we're not going to throw this away, he says. We're through to the next round of the Capital One Cup, into the quarterfinals. He's going to have to come off here, Fabinho. Kevin Mbabu's going to have to come on at right back, but... Hopefully Fabinho's not out for too long, but it was an awkward fall. It will show a replay into there. There you go. He fell and he's kind of fallen on the back of his shoulder blade. I think it was his shoulder that he was holding on to, yeah. Awkward fall. Hopefully he'll be okay and not out for too long. And we should get the ball back here. No, okay. I'm just going to smack it down there, am I? Arfield. Down the line. Looking for Douglas Costa. Looking for Marco Marine. It was Douglas Costa that got there towards him, but it's actually Douglas Costa that's lost out in possession now. And Ward, whoa! Kevin Mbabu trying to show the Burnley players that he's arrived onto the pitch and immediately gets himself a booking. I thought I could reach that. I really thought I could reach that, but turns out I couldn't get anywhere near it. Crunching tackle. Thankfully, they played advantage. Oh, he tried to move his leg to get towards it, but... Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, to be completely honest. Thankfully, they shot wide and they're not going to get a free kick in a dangerous position, but I will learn from that and not do it again. Thankfully he didn't. And Babu will look to play in Douglas Costa down the line here. We'll look for a quick McGeady spin. That didn't really beat anyone, did it? But he's done well to come away with the ball regardless. And we'll take a free kick in a good position. We'll cross this in towards the back of the box. And we'll see what we can get from it. Douglas Costa will just deliver the cross. Up goes someone with Marco Marin. Koulibaly, onto the roof of the net and over the top of the bar. Unfortunately, 15 minutes to go. Still 2-0. It was looping. It just wouldn't quite dip in time. And to be fair, if it had, keeper probably had it covered. Arfield to Andre Gray. They've not got any time left now, Burnley, I don't think. As soon as this chance goes, that should be the final whistle. Not yet, though. Ulverstad has the chance to try and get them one back, but they need two, and they really don't have time for two. They might not even have time for one. Whoa, wide, and there goes the final whistle. They don't have time for one. It's a 2-0 win in the Capital One Cup round of 16. We are through to the quarterfinals of the Capital One Cup. Up next, West Ham in the Barclays Premier League. Right then, West Ham up next. Yes, it is a new day. I've changed t-shirts. I'm not wearing what I was wearing earlier on in the episode. Part 1 of the episode was recorded yesterday. Part 2 is recorded this afternoon before you see this in the evening. And as such, wearing different clothes. But a couple of changes. Iorfa's come in at right back for Fabinho, who's out for 9 days. Thankfully, it's just the 9 days with that damaged shoulder. Rico Henry's in at left back. Sigurdsson's in at centre mid. And Rolando Aaron's in on the right-hand side of the front three. Other than that, though, we're pretty full strength. Everyone should be fit enough to be able to compete at the highest level. So let's jump in now against West Ham. And hopefully, we can get ourselves a victory. Andy Carroll across to Mark Noble. Down this, Victor Moses turns his side. We'll get this away, thankfully. No, we won't. Victor Moses takes it off Kovalenko. Noble across to Carl Jenkinson. Fired into Andy Carroll. Don't let it on his left, because he could do that. Good shot, well saved by Favili. West Ham having the opening chance after 5 minutes. Corner to come in from Manuel Lanzini. Try and keep it away from Andy Carroll if we can, which we can't. But Rico Henry's done well to somehow beat Andy Carroll in the air. Nordveit plays it out wide to Gurkan Toure. This is good football, but that's a foul, is it, ref? Thank you. Pressure relieved. West Ham starting the better of the two sides. Here's Victor Moses looking to get in behind. Iorfa is with him, but he's turned inside well, Victor. I can't track the run, but Iorfa's done very well to get the block in on the shot. Delfay will get this quickly up to Tevez. Get it around the corner. Try and catch him on the counter here if we can. Gilfie's not the fastest. I do have Rolando Aaron's out wide, and we will use him. Jefferson's going to try and close me down, but Rolando Aaron's has done well. Using the good change of direction, and Rolando Aaron's will not give us a 1-0 lead because it was well blocked by the defender. Good run from the youngster. Where's that going to end up? At Mark Noble, unfortunately. Good run from Rolando Aaron's there. Unfortunately, not able to give us the 1-0 lead we were searching for, but chances at both ends in the opening few moments, and we could play through Tevez here. There's a number of defenders in front of him. I couldn't get the shot off. He was going to hit it on the next pace, but Jenko stepped in. Rolando Aaron's has done well to win that back, though. That was meant for Kovalenko, not for Koulibaly. That's kind of scuppered that plan of attack. Henry to Gilfie. Kovalenko. Tevez is through there. Where are we going, Carlos? Is that a free kick? He got caught there and definitely stumbled, but the referee gave nothing. Fair enough. Kovalenko will just fire it back to Carlos then. That's a lovely ball through that gap. Rolando Aaron's is quick enough to keep this in. Turns his side well. He's done it once in this game. Can we get ourselves a chance to go in front? Gilfie, wide of the target. Didn't quite have the body position or the angle to shoot from there, but I decided to just give it a crack anyway. Hope for the best. Unfortunately, the best wasn't good enough. Lanzini dinks that over, looking for Gokhan Toure. Drills it back into Kouyaté. This is a good move from West Ham. Kouyaté hopefully will run out of space, but he didn't. Toure with a good turn, and a second good turn, and a great cross, surely. Good save. Andy Carroll must be disappointed there. Surely on his own, 6 yards out, you would fully expect him to bury that into the back of the net. I'm glad he didn't, obviously, but I would have expected to go 1-0 down there. Best chance and most clear-cut chance of the game for either side. Tevez will push forward. He will give that to Dendoncker. I'm going to try and work it back to Tevez, which we've done brilliantly against his former team, as they should have scored at one end. We do score at the other. Carlos Tevez makes it Newcastle United 1, West Ham 0, after literally 30 seconds when they should have scored at the other end. Dendoncker flies up the other end. Really good little bit of interlinking play between Dendoncker and Tevez, and it's just a comfortable finesse finish. West Ham was his first team in England. Now, for what could potentially be his last team in England, Newcastle, he scored against his first team. 1-0 up. Oh, it's a lovely turn by Andy Carroll. Driving down the line. He's not really got anyone in the box to aim for yet, but he's found Gökhan Toure. Oh, what a tackle from Kovalenko. Whoa! Mark Noble really put everything behind that with his left foot, but the accuracy just wasn't there. If that had flown into the top corner, that would have been one of the most amazing first-time hits I think we've ever seen. Luckily for me, though, it was quite a way wide, but they have just brought on Dimitri Payet, so we will have our work cut out for the rest of this second half. Gilfie, Dendoncker, Kovalenko, go through there to Tevez, and then poke it to Dendoncker. The two linked up earlier on, and that is a great save from Randolph. Well struck from Dendoncker. Deulofeu to take the corner. It's going to float in. Rolando Aarons is up, but it's going to be Jefferson that wins the header. Deulofeu gets this under control. I see Jules Okorie on the edge here. Try and feed it back into someone. Gilfie with the turn. Oh, but I've got no one to pass to, and Jenkinson's out-muscled him anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Gilfie trying his best to get it back. Still going, but can't get it off him. Deulofeu steals that off Mark Noble. Mistake. Almost wiped Deulofeu out there with the attempted recovery tackle. Deulofeu playing Tevez, and Tevez will make it 2-0. Deadly. Absolutely clinical from Carlos Tevez. I've missed a couple of those recently, but this time we're able to get it into the back of the net. 2-0 up thanks to 2 goals from Carlos Tevez, like we say, against his former team, or one of his many former teams. But thankfully for me, oh, it's a great finish. We're 2-0 up now, and that should be 3 points in the bag. Jefferson played in down the left. It's a really good cross, and Noble pulls one back for West Ham. Of all the people in the box there, I would have expected Andy Carroll to win the header at the near post. He didn't, and I'm not entirely too sure how Mark Noble has beaten my central defender there. Unless it was Rico Henry underneath it. I don't think it was. West Ham fans clearly delighted. Carroll sprays it out wide to Jefferson. It's a really good cross from the left back, but yeah, should really do better there, Koulibaly. That is not good enough at all, unfortunately, against Mark Noble. Never mind, just as well we scored that second goal, isn't it? West Ham back in it, 2-1. Here's Toure. Which way is going to... Stop changing direction, Gökhan. Get rid of it, Leroy. No, it's dropped kindly. Please don't. Oh, he's offside. How spawny do West Ham want to get? I know we've scored a couple of lucky goals ourselves recently, but this time it was going against us, but we get the stroke of luck at the end of the chance because Nordveit was offside. Wow. If they'd have equalised in that fashion, I would have been particularly disappointed. They brought on Sofiane Feghouli for Mark Noble, so a winger on for a central midfielder, clearly outlining their intentions for the remaining 5 minutes or so. But, oh, is that going to be a corner for us as well? Lucky deflection in our favour this time, and it will be a set piece for us to take. Now, where do we put it? I see the man on the penalty spot. It's Koulibaly, I think it was. Dendoncker, in fact, wins the header whilst running the other way, but it's straight at Randolph. West Ham looking for that last-minute equaliser. Jenko going to try for a second time to get the cross in, and third blocks it. Corner West Ham. Our first goal, wow, their keepers come up and everything. Our first goal came after we had a chance. After they had a chance at one end, we went and scored at the other. We just had a chance at one end, but they are not going to score at the other. I'm going to play this over looking for Tevez. Carlos will get there. Carlos Tevez on a hat-trick. Settle yourself and shoot. Never mind. Keeper got back. But it doesn't matter because there's the final whistle. A 2-1 win at home against West Ham. 3 points in the Premier League thanks to 2 goals from former West Ham man Carlos Tevez. Pleased with that. Disappointed to have conceded and not kept the clean sheet, but pleased with the win overall. Liverpool lose at home to Man United. Everton draw. Chelsea draw. City draw. That's all good. Isaac Hayden wants more first-team football. Not really going to get it, to be honest, mate. But we are doing very well in the Champions League, as you'll be able to see when this loads. We are top of the group, and we have Olympiacos next. But what is the situation in the Premier League now? We've got Southampton in the quarterfinals of the Capital One Cup, and we are up to 5th. So we've shot up from 9th/10th up to 5th. And we're only 2 points away from Chelsea in 3rd. But how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams on 16 points. Wow. 6 teams on 16 points after 11 games. That couldn't be tighter. Man United, however, running away with things right now. An 8-point lead at the top of the table already. Cardiff down in 20th. Man City now in the relegation zone. Spurs have brought themselves around, undefeated in 5 games with 4 wins and a draw after losing the opening 6 games of the season. But City continue to struggle, down there in 19th place. I think Pep Guardiola might be losing his job if he hasn't already. That's going to bring today's, or this evening's episode to a close there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow we'll have more Champions League action, and then we'll be back, I presume, in the league, yes, with Cardiff City, who, as we've said, are bottom of the table. But for now, for the 6th of September, thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too, and I'll see you next time.